Good morning, Bethan Winn. Welcome to Yellow Shelf.
Thanks for having me. I'm super excited.
I'm excited to have you here. Your book is out now, The Human Edge. Tell us all about it. What do we need to know?
Okay, so it's all about critical thinking in the age of AI. So, although people say, is it about AI? It's not really. It's about thinking and the fact that thinking still matters and human skills still really matter. So, it's really practical, lots of activities that a leader with a team, or parents with kids, or a teacher with students can do, all around how we can encourage people to think critically about, misinformation, disinformation, fake news, all that stuff, but also our own thought patterns, beliefs, how we make decisions, how we solve problems. So yeah, it's jammed full of all the good stuff that I've come up with over the last 5 years in my business, training people in critical thinking skills.
Yeah, and look, I'm so glad you touched on that, a 5-year journey. And I think about 5-year journey to write the book and research the book. I feel like, it's evolved around your career, which you can touch on in a moment. But AI just like I remember people talking about AI, and I was at a conference nearly 3 years ago talking about AI to now being a parent dealing with kids with AI in the school systems or not dealing with it, and
Yeah.
trying to navigate that myself. So I'd love you to share about, your career and anything we need to know about you as an author.
Okay. So I'm a parent myself as well. Mine are 11 and 8. So I've always had that in the back of my mind. They're just coming into
Yes.
needing that awareness of, navigating the online world and the real world. But I used to teach high school in London, and then I taught at UWA College here in Perth in Western Australia, and then moved into the corporate space. So I've worked with all different ages and stages. So it's been, thinking about what are the tools that people need, what my clients ask for, and what do individuals come to me, what are the problems they come to me with, so helping them with that. And there's a lot of AI fear mongering out there, and I'm like, look, it's here, you're using it even if you don't think you are. Someone said to me, I don't know how to use AI. It's like, well, predictive text, Amazon recommendations, it's all there, it's all happening whether we want to or not. So all the feedback's been, people have enjoyed that it's kind of a positive, proactive, pro people taking control and taking their own kind of agency and how they want to deal with AI, and also in other decisions and problems in life as well.
Yeah, and look, I know even the journey I've been on in the last 12 months, where I live, one of my kids has gone from primary school to high school, and even the conversations that child comes home with to have with me around what they thought a year ago, what their thoughts around AI to now what high school is presenting is such a different conversation. And I'm sure people can relate to that comment. It's really interesting, and as a parent I need to be embracing it, and I need to be, but your book does, critically think about it. I need to encourage my kids to critically think about this space. Do you want to, because you're such an expert and a facilitator in this space in critical thinking, do you just want to give us a snapshot on what critical thinking is for anyone who's watching, who's not necessarily familiar with that concept?
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's a term that gets thrown around a lot. It's important, but what is it? I explain it as it's skills, it's knowledge, and it's attitudes. So, skills like evaluation and analysis, and not just of external things, of also internal things. So, going, oh, what is the voice in my head saying? Is it helpful? Is it true? Is it logical? Is it serving me right now? The knowledge is things like cognitive biases, logical fallacies, which sound quite, I don't know, fancy and scary. I think I know when I first came across them, I thought they were really complicated. As soon
Yeah.
as you see them, though, you go, oh, yeah, it's just, something like the feeling of peer pressure, thinking that only teenagers have that, but adults have it too, around lawns and camper vans or whatever here in Perth. And logical fallacies, those tricks that we get played all the time in media and in marketing. And then the attitudes, things like courage, humility, curiosity. And I think courage is probably the most important
Yeah.
one, because a big part of critical thinking is that admission that we might be wrong or we don't know what the answer is. So while I don't give you the answers, I give you real structured ways to have conversations. So there's 8 different conversations throughout the book on different skills. And it just encourages that deeper thinking and thinking things through. So rather than what to think, it's how to think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. That's why I asked you. I was like, "Oh my God, Bethan, this is the best way I've ever heard critically thinking explained." So
Oh,
thank you. It's really good. I when I read the book, I could share it with my kids and talk and sort of broach topics that maybe I hadn't thought of before. Um, Tell us, Bethan, the book is out now. Point us in the direction of how to connect with you. I know I follow you on your website, Instagram. Like there's definitely places to go, but you point us in the direction. If we're watching anywhere in the world, where do we connect with you?
okay. Well, I'd say if it's sort of a professional vibe, then LinkedIn. I'm
Yeah.
pretty active on there. If you want more behind the scenes and a bit of, mom life and running on the weekend and all the other stuff, then that's Instagram.
Yeah.
I put my stories most days. And then, yeah, if people want to get a copy, then signed copies, obviously, you can
Yes.
come to my website. It's also available globally on Amazon as a book, print on demand book and ebook. So it just takes a few days
Yeah.
because Australia Post takes forever.
Doesn't it ever? That's fabulous. I'm going to throw one last question out to you. Writing this book, would you write again? Like, do you think at this point this topic's going to shift? Do you think would you write again as an author?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Once you've been through the process, you kind of understand how it works a bit more. Yeah, and I think, it's an evolving space, but even though AI has evolved over the past year or so that I've really
Yeah.
been working on it, it's quite amazing how, although it's changed, the thinking skills that we're covering in the book are timeless. So
Yes.
it's the classic kind of philosophy but made practical in a way that no matter what's going on with AI, the conversations will still work.
Yes.
um, and there's that invitation to also have conversations with a human about the things as well. So yeah, maybe the human edge 2.0 will be needed at some point.
No
But
pressure,
for
no
now,
pressure.
I'm very glad that this is finished, and it's very
Yay.
exciting to put it out into the world and
Yeah.
getting amazing feedback on it.
Yes.
I'm really like
Yeah.
why.
Oh, look, we'll enjoy the journey of the release and the feedback and the journey that takes you on. If you do write another book in the future, I would love to support you again. But certainly as a parent, having this book, reading it with my kids or reading it, and discussing it was incredibly beneficial. So well done.
That's awesome. I'm lovely to hear that, Joanna. Thank you for having me on. It's been super
My
fun.
pleasure. Cheers.